Hello and welcome back to Digital Assets Daily. We're wishing you the best of mornings, noons, or night, wherever you are in your corner of the world. We're going to dive right into, the Volcker rule, final rule. The summary on this just released on November 14, 2019. I'm going to expand this a bit again, considering that some of you may be looking at your screen on your cell phone, your mobile phone. Okay, let's start over. On November 14, 2019, the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, OCC, the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve System, the U.S. Commodity Futures Trading Commission, the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, and the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, collectively the agencies, published a final rule amending the regulations that implement Section 13 of the Bank Holding Company BHC Act, commonly known as the Volcker Rule. These amendments are intended to simplify the rule in a manner that is consistent with Section 13 of the BHC Act. The effective date for the final rule is January 1, 2020. January 1, 2020 lines up with many deadlines. So it's getting more exciting because to me this one is significant. And the compliance date is January 1, 2021, basically allowing for a 12-month period of this act being neutral, so to speak. A banking entity may voluntarily comply in whole or in part with the amendments adopted in the final rule prior to the compliance date. Note for community banks. Most community banks have total consolidated assets equal to $10 billion or less and total trading assets and liability equal to 5% or less of total consolidated assets. These community banks therefore meet conditions under the Economic Growth, Regulatory Relief, and Consumer Protection Act that exempt them from the Volcker Rule. On highlights, we have the final rule amends the definition of trading account, adopts new exclusions from the definition of proprietary trading, streamlines existing exclusions and exemptions, and tailors compliance programs obligations for banking entities, specifically the final rule. It revises the definition of trading account by A, eliminating the presumption that the purchase or sale of a financial instrument held for 60 days or fewer is within the short-term intent prong of the trading account. B, establishing a presumption that the purchase or sale of a financial instrument held for 60 days or more is not within the short-term intent prong of the trading account. C, providing that firms that are subject to the market risk rule prong are not subject to the short-term intent prong. And D, allowing firms to opt into the market risk rule prong. It revises the definition of trading desk by adopting a multi-factor definition based on the same criteria typically used to establish trading desk for other operational, management, and compliance purposes. Revises the exclusion from the definition of proprietary trading for liquidity management and adopts new exclusions for A, error trades and error correcting trades, B, customer-driven matched swap transactions, C, mortgage servicing assets and mortgage servicing rights hedging activities, and D, purchasing or selling financial instruments that would not be accounted for as trading assets or liabilities on applicable reporting forms. Excuse me, my apologies. Streamlines the proprietary trading and covered fund exemptions for underwriting and market making related activities, risk mitigating hedging activities, and activities conducted solely outside the United States. It tailors compliance program obligations based on trading assets and liabilities and generally streamlines the compliance program obligations. The final rule eliminates the 2013 rule's CEO attestation requirement for all banking entities except for banking entities with significant trading assets and liabilities. Banking entities without significant trading assets and liabilities will no longer be required to submit annual CEO attestations as of January 1, 2020. It revises the metrics reporting obligation requirements to A. Apply only to banking entities that have significant trading assets and liabilities, and B. Require metrics reporting on a quarterly schedule. The metrics amendments eliminate the following metrics: inventory aging, stress value at risk, and risk factor sensitivities. The amendments replace the customer-facing trade ratio metric with the new transaction volumes metric and replace the inventory turnover metric with the new positions metric. In addition, the amendments require that metrics be reported in an XML format. On the background, Section 13 of the BHC Act generally prohibits any banking entity from engaging in proprietary trading or from acquiring or retaining an ownership interest in, sponsoring, or having certain relationships with a hedge fund or private equity fund, defined in the implementing regulations as covered funds. Authority for developing and adopting regulations to implement the prohibitions and restrictions of Section 13 of the BHC Act is shared among the agencies. The agencies issued a final rule implementing Section 13 of the BHC Act in December 2013, the 2013 rule, and those provisions became effective on April 1, 2014. The agencies published a notice of proposed rulemaking on July 17, 2018 that proposed amendments to the 2013 rule. These amendments sought to provide greater clarity and certainty about what activities are prohibited under the 2013 rule and to improve supervision and implementation of Section 13 of the BHC Act. The final rule adopts many of the proposed changes to the 2013 rule with targeted adjustments based on comments received. Like the proposal, the final rule tailors compliance program obligations based on the level of trading activity of a banking entity, revises the definition of trading account, adopts new exclusions from the definition of proprietary trading, generally streamlines the proprietary trading and covered fund exemptions, and revises the rules metrics reporting requirements. And that, I believe, is huge, having minimal regulations here and the lagging of regulational clarity, that a bank can basically begin holding and selling crypto and digital assets. And we're hoping that begins to start helping move the price of XRP, which again, that deadline is January 1st, 2020. Pardon me. All right, next up we're going to discuss the Weis Cryptos ratings. Give me a moment, I apologize. Let me take a quick sip on my drink. All right. I was going to go into that, but let's just, for those of you who are unable to view your screen, I'll just breeze through this. It's very short. For those of you that can view your screen, I'm just going to widen it again in case you are on your mobile or your cell phone. All right, on this piece of news, every man and his dog has their own opinion about which are the best cryptocurrencies. We like to think that our Weis crypto ratings, ranking and reviewing cryptocurrencies, stand out from others. There are also a lot of ratings out there which are either very vague, no explanations as to why a cryptocurrency scores high or low. Based on current and future price, worthless considering how much a price can swing from day to day. Or just completely biased, the Chinese ratings being a very obvious propaganda agenda. For our Weis crypto ratings, we have tried to set our own bias aside and instead come up with some concrete and comprehensive criteria with which we can independently and accurately rate a cryptocurrency's real value proposition. Our cryptocurrency ratings have nothing to do with the price. Whether or not a crypto is over or undervalued or priced today is completely irrelevant. We are talking about the sustainability of each project, the security, the use case, decentralization, environmental impact, the technology, the scalability, and the developers and teams behind the projects. Simple as that. A crypto may end up ranked lowly in our ratings but still have the greatest potential increase in price as of today. Conversely, a highly rated crypto may be overpriced today. We don't know, you don't know, the crypto media doesn't know, and the best traders in the world don't know. Moving down to the Weis cryptocurrency ratings. In first place, they have XRP Ripple. Their rating is a 94.5%. And here on this channel, we absolutely love XRP. Second up, we have VeChain at 73.5%. And that is a second favorite on this channel. We'll go down these quickly. Number 3, we have NIM at 69%. Number 4, we have Cardano at 58.5%. Number 5, we have IOTA at 56%. Number 6, we have Cosmos at 54.3%. Number 7, we have Intergalactic Gaming at 48.5%. 8, we have Crypterium at 46%. Number 9 is Neo at 41.5%. Number 10, we have Ethereum at 39.1%. 11 is Digibyte at 37.5%. Number 12 is Omisigo at 37.2%. Number 13 is Ontology at 36.5%, tied with Tezos at 14%, with also 36.5%. Number 15, we have Stellar at 35%. Number 16, we have EOS at 33.5%. Number 17, we have BAT, or Basic Attention Token, at 33%. Also, 18 at Quantum, or QTUM, is also at 33%. Number 19, Safecoin, an additional 33%. And number 20, another favorite of this channel, Holo Chain at 32%. Number 21 is Chainlink at 31.5%. 22 is Binance Coin at 29.5%. Number 23 is Bitcoin, rated at 25.7%. Next up is Tron at number 24 with a 25.5%. Number 25 is Sia Coin, rated with a 20.2%. Number 26 is Bitcoin Cash at 17.4%. Ethereum Classic running at number 27 with a 16%. Number 28 is Litecoin with a 15.8%. 29 is Dogecoin at 15.5%. Number 30 is Bitcoin SV at 15%. Number 31 is Dash with 11.2%. Number 32 is Verge with an 8.1%. 33 is BitTorrent Token, or BTT, at a 7%. 34 is Monero with a 2.4%. 35, we have Tether again at a negative 3.9%. I'm going to scroll right back up and look at this again as we're looking. Okay, maybe I thought I'd mentioned Tether before. I guess it was Tezos. Okay, that was a little interesting. Yeah, you know what? Just because we're discussing pricing, let's pull this up really quick. We're going to open up the little CoinFairValue really quick. Just out of curiosity, let's see where XRP is today. Wow, it has gone up basically another 10 cents. CoinFairValue has XRP at $1.38.4 or 1.384 currently at the time of this video. Current pricing on the exchanges is 23.16 cents. And again, CoinFairValue has it at $1.38.4. So that's going to conclude this video today. I felt those were exciting enough to keep them on their own video, since it all regarded pricing and and the option for banks to carry their crypto and digital assets and be able to sell them next year, since regulation is not clear for global adoption or banks to even use them as they would like, carry them, hold them, sell them, etc. So that's going to complete this video for today. Again, this is not financial advice. We're here for entertainment purposes only. And as always, the links will be in the description below. So feel free to click on those if you'd like to research those, look at them a little further. And until the next one, wishing you the greatest of days.